Today at Wilwood Disc Brakes, we're going to show you how easy it can be to upgrade your vehicle to our big brake kit. Before we begin, it's important to read through our datasheet instructions designed for your application to verify brake lines, wheel clearance, and look for any variations that may have taken place before or after the vehicle left the factory. With the vehicle properly secured and the wheels removed, we suggest taking some photos of the current setup for reference if needed. Disassemble the original equipment brakes. Note: dust shield must be removed for proper caliper fitment. Clean and degrease the hub, upright, and caliper mounting tabs. Note: vehicles equipped with electronic parking brakes should be placed in service or maintenance mode prior to start of brake kit installation. Follow OEM procedures to activate brake service mode. Slide the rotor onto the hub. Note: rotor must fit flush against the hub flange or excessive rotor runout may result. Install 3 lug nuts, finger tight, to keep the rotor in place while continuing with the installation. Remove the 2 pad retaining pins from the caliper. Insert the brake pads into the caliper with the friction material facing the rotor. Secure the brake pads in place with the pad retaining pins. Caution: ensure pad retaining pins are completely engaged into the caliper. It is recommended to use a flat punch and a hammer to lightly tap the pins until they are fully seated. Note: this kit contains distinct right and left hand calipers that must be mounted in a specific direction. Ensure that the caliper is mounted so the largest pistons are at the rotor exit end of the caliper, in relation to the direction of the rotor. Mount the caliper onto the OEM caliper mounting tabs using bolts and washers. Apply red Loctite 271 to the threads and torque to instruction specifications. Use the included steel adapter fitting at the caliper. The caliper inlet fitting is a 1/8-27 NPT. Use PTFE tape on the pipe threads of the adapter fitting for proper sealing to the caliper. Note the final orientation of the caliper inlet adapter fitting. Attach flex line to the caliper. Note: OEM rubber brake line hoses generally cannot be adapted to Wilwood calipers. Refer to datasheet instructions for the correct flex line for your specific year and model. Remove and reuse the OEM bracket bolt on the upright to attach the provided clamp to secure the flex line. Refer to datasheet instructions for the correct chassis fitting for your specific year and model. Attach the chassis fitting to the flex line. Remove the retaining clip. Remove the OEM chassis brake line bracket. Note: for brake kit part number 1401700, a new chassis brake line bracket is included with the stainless steel braided flex line hose, part number 22017001, and must be used for proper brake line mounting to the chassis. Install the provided chassis brake line bracket. Disconnect the hard line from the soft line. Attach the Wilwood flex line to the hard line. Install the provided retaining clip. Secure the ABS sensor wire that was previously attached to the OEM brake flex line to the new brake flex line using zip ties. included with FlexLine hose kit part number 220-17001 only. Carefully route hoses to prevent contact with moving suspension, brake, or wheel components. Double check all your work for safety reasons, and when ready, perform a full system fill and bleed with new Wilwood brake fluid best suited for your application. Be sure to check again for sufficient wheel clearance and follow the directions for proper bedding of pads and pedal feel. Contact a professional if you encounter any difficulties or have any doubts or any questions.